Hello everybody, this is your commentator Odds Cornette, and this is the Cpw Hall of Fame induction video of 2025. There's a lot of inductions going forth, and let's start with the first one. The first one's history has been lost to time. Started with me around in SVR 2005, 2006, 2007, and stopped wrestling around SVR 2009. Well, stopped making around 2009. And that is Tiger Dragon. Tiger Dragon came back in 2021 to come back to the ring and see what he still has in him. And even though that he's still active, we know at closing in on 55 years old, he will not be around for too much longer. His career is winding down. We don't know what that will intend afterwards, whether the mask will be passed down or what, but this Tiger Dragon, this individual, a man whose real name and real identity is a mystery. Tiger Dragon's been, since he came back, he's been one hell of a, he's shown that he still got it. He's still an amazing athlete. And for everything he's done in CPW, before CPW, and what he's doing now in CPW, I see no other person on this roster that deserves this more, that deserves this induction into the Cpw Hall of Fame more than the legendary, the man, the myth, the legend, the icon of CPW, Tiger Dragon. I don't know what Starcade's going to have for him, but whatever that case may be, he'll be doing it as a CPW Hall of Famer. This next Hall of Fame inductee has been around just as long as Tiger Dragon has, since SVR 2005. The OG. And that is this man, Armageddon. His history, the managers he's had may have changed over time, and his history may have been altered over time for the sake of call wrestling. But Armageddon has still been one of the most standard people that I've always went to over the years, up to a certain point as a character. He was around for a good long while, and then I just stopped making him. And now he's back again. And since then, since 2018, Armageddon has been back doing things that this character in a Fed should have been doing. If there was any Feds that I was a part of back then, which I wasn't, but if there was, it may have been Armageddon that would have been my staple instead of Chris Knight or Tiger Dragon. But when it comes to Armageddon, he's one of the staples. He's one of the mains. He's one of the mainstays. And he's been that way for a long time. Heck, even before 2005, I think I created Armageddon even before that. So Armageddon's been around for a long time, and even though he hasn't really held gold here in CPW, his history, the fact that Armageddon started me off doing a lot of, into where I am today, with a lot of different cause and a lot of a lot of the ideas that I've had now. They all stem back to Armageddon. They all stem back to Tiger Dragon. So just as much as Tiger Dragon is a certified Hall of Famer and has been deserving of this, Armageddon is too. Armageddon's career is not done yet, and who knows when his career is going to be done. But the future of his career is now going to... The future of Armageddon's career is going to have one big asterisk right there in front of him. And that asterisk is an honorable one. A Medal of Honor. Because Armageddon is now a CPW Hall of Famer. Congratulations, big man. You deserve it. Now up next is another Hall of Famer. And this one may get a little bit more emotional. Because unlike the first two, there's been a cutoff point. This one has not had much of a cutoff point for the past 15 years. Now this is a Hall of Fame inductee that, to be quite honest, I never thought would ever get to this point. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever get to this point. Hell, I can't even believe it's been 15 years. 15 years of the most arrogant, cocky, loudmouth, a man that is one hell of a rogue character, a character that's mouth gets him has got him in the trouble more often than not. And yes, I'm talking about the man on screen, the true chess master, Chris Knight. To be honest, I never really thought of how much Chris Knight's career has touched so many. I really haven't. I never really thought Chris Knight's career had touched so many people's lives. Until I was talking to people at the CCL Last Lap, in the comments of the CCL Last Lap show. I did not realize how much the Chris Knight character has touched so many people's lives, and people consider him one of CCL's top characters, bar none. And honestly, for someone like me that tries his hardest to stay as humble as humanly possible, despite the Chris Knight character being mine, that put a lot of things into perspective for me. The Chris Knight character has been with me through thick and thin, has helped me through a lot of bad shit. The Chris Knight character was with me when I needed to have a voice, when I didn't have one growing up as a teenager. I was told to shut up as a teenager. I was told to not say my opinion as a teenager, and not, and this character was my outlet. And Chris Knight has been here for going forward, I've been doing Chris Knight 15 years. And over the years, as you can tell, Chris's promos have gotten harder and harder. And that can happen when you get away from those teenage years. I'm no longer that teenager I once was. I'm in my 30s now. And Chris has been with me through it all. And calling it quits with Chris Knight has been one of the hardest I've ever had to do. But it's something that is needed. The man is a damn near 14-time world champion. He's done it all. If there's ever been any doubters of Chris Knight as a character, he has smashed all of them 10 times over. Whether you like the guy, whether you hate the guy, whether you love Chris Knight as a character or not, you gotta say, now he is a 2-time Hall of Famer. Welcome, my friend, Chris Knight, to the Cpw Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame inductee is the first ever match that is being inducted into the Cpw Hall of Fame. The reason I started doing this is not just because WWE started doing it. It's because I noticed that Cpw has had a lot of great matches over the years. Whether it's Chris Knight and Owen Sheffield in the I Quit match, whether it's Jason Sawyer and Benjamin Knight for the world title, whether it was Cheryl Shipwreck, Ashley Knight for the world title. There has always been top quality matches here in CPW that can be inducted into the Hall of Fame. But for this one, as you can see, not just from the story, but from the unprecedented milestone that this match did. Now, it looks kind of rough. The match looks kind of rough. Trust me, I'm well aware. No one nitpicks this match more than I do. Especially with the editing. But this was the first ever edited match that I've ever done. Hell, in the Team 5-Star CCM, PCN, PCN crew, the Locker Room crew, this is the first edited match that has ever happened. No one else has ever done an edited match like this ever, and I don't think it ever has happened before this, and there's been a couple of them afterwards, and a lot of good ones. I ain't gonna ever diss on anybody else's edited matches. But as you can see, there's been a lot in CPW for edited matches. So when it comes to a milestone, when it comes to how much of an effect this match had on CPW, on my show, this one, and with how many people talk about this match had to go into the Hall of Fame. So I'd like to welcome Emily Lassiter versus Casey Grimm in Hell in a Cell into the CPW Hall of Fame. Now, thank y'all for watching. The next thing you're going to see in this video is the entire storyline from start to finish in a video package format. But the next video you're going to see from me after this video is going to be Starrcade. I hope to see you all then. I'm against Odds 20. Remember to keep that stand pack handy. And as always, ad Victorium. Congratulations to all the Hall of Famers. And we will see you next time for the next CPW Hall of Fame video. Catch y'all later. Enjoy the video package of this great rivalry.
Beware, be skeptical. The smiles, so plated gold. Deceit so natural. But a wolf in sheep's clothing is more than a warning. Blah, blah, black sheep, have you any soul? No, sir, by the way, what the hell, they're mortals. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jill's a little whore and her alibis are turning tricks. So could you tell me how you're sleeping easy, how you're only thinking of yourself? Show me how you justify telling all your lies like second nature. Listen, mark my words, one day you mentality. You sink your teeth into the people you depend on, infecting everyone, you quite the problem. B5 from better running high. I smell the blood of a petty little coward. Jack B lethal, Jack B slick. You'll believe you're lonely, dying in a filthy ditch. So could you tell me how you're sleeping easy, how you're only thinking of yourself? Show me how you justify telling all your lies like second nature. Listen, mark my words, one day you will pay, you will pay. Karma's gonna come collect your debts. Maybe you'll change, abandon all your wicked ways, make amends and start anew again. Maybe you'll see all the wrongs you did to me and start all over, start all over. Take it away! Who am I kidding? Now let's not get overzealous here. You've always been a huge piece of shit. If I could kill you, I would. I'm frowned upon in all 50 states. Having said that, burn in hell. So tell me. your face as you watch the world fall apart at the seams. I know all your secrets. I know all your lies. You should know what goes around comes around. You get what you came for. This time you've gone too far. I think you should know what you've done. You get what you deserve. Think you can sit back and act like everything's okay. Stripped of your crown, knocked off your throne. It's the price you pay. I wanna see your face as you watch your